The minimal defeat of Madrid by Lille in the Champions League has led many experts and fans to criticize Madrid's performance. The unbeaten streak of 36 matches was broken by a French club from a league where Real Madrid is considered the kings, leading to serious discussions among the players. It has become known that in the locker room after the failure in the Champions League, a rather devastating quote could be heard: "We have hit rock bottom." Moreover, another message is increasingly being heard, emphasizing the understanding of Madrid's own ambitions and capabilities. Wearing a Madrid jersey does not mean that the game is already won. After such an event, one can recall the legendary phrase of the outstanding striker and longtime president of Real Madrid, Santiago Bernabeu: "The shirt of Madrid is white. It may be stained with dirt, mud, or even blood, but never with shame, friends." A big hello to everyone. The match was very difficult against Lille, and it was controversial as well. I will talk more about this later in the video. Watch it until the end. Subscribe to the channel and like this video. I will be grateful to you for this. And leave any comments about what you think of the latest news regarding our favorite team. You are the best. And we are getting started. We start with an interesting statement from Rodrygo when he was asked which players he would buy for Real Madrid. "I am very pleased with my partner in central defense, Militao. He has returned after a serious injury and is gradually getting back to his best form. But there are many matches, and we will rotate the squad, so having Saliba would be great. Saliba plays for Arsenal, and his transfer is currently impossible, but we understand and accept Rodrygo's choice because Saliba is indeed a quality defender." Well, there are already quite a few transfer rumors. In particular, Real Madrid continues to show serious interest in Bayer midfielder Wirtz. His price is 150 million euros. Next summer, Madrid is likely to go to Germany to purchase him. The 21-year-old midfielder is in high demand. English clubs and Bayern are naturally pursuing him. But at the same time, he started this season amazingly. 6 goals in 8 matches. Do you think such a player is needed by Madrid next season? Leave your comments below. There is also continued interest in Liverpool defender Trent, whose contract is expiring. He will not extend his contract with Liverpool, and it is said that Madrid may reach a personal agreement with him as early as this winter. Negotiations are already underway. Trent on the right flank of Madrid's defense seems like a decent option to me. The only issue is that he has flaws in his defensive actions, and it's a contentious choice how the coach Carlo Ancelotti, or perhaps anyone else, will utilize this player moving forward. But if it doesn't work out with Trent, there is a backup option. It's Tottenham defender Pedro Porro. However, they will have to pay 65 million euros for him. There will be no payment required for Trent. The search for a right back, such an active one that we are currently observing, indicates that Lucas Vázquez is having his last season in Madrid. Carvajal needs to find a long-term replacement, either Trent or Porro. This search is currently in full swing. Next week, there will be international matches, and unfortunately, many players from Madrid, despite such a busy club schedule, will still be heading to their national teams. This concerns Jude Bellingham, who probably should not play for the England national team and should take some time to recover from his injury. He has ongoing issues with his shoulder, to be honest. Moreover, he has already played so many matches, and now he has to play for the England national team as well. I don't know. At least they agreed with the head coach of the French national team that Kylian Mbappe will not come to the national team. He has just recovered from his injury, came off the bench in the match against Lille, and this break for the national team is exactly what he needs to fully recover. Well, I think the French national team will manage without Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe needs to regain his form, integrate into the Madrid squad, and this break will be just right for training. Dramani Camavinga have been called up to the national team, while Mendy will also be recovering from his injury with the club. We are looking forward to the match against Villarreal this coming weekend. I am very worried, to be honest, because we had a poor game in France, because we have a tough schedule, because we still have quite a few injured players, and our opponent Villarreal is close in the standings and has started very well in Spanish La Liga. I usually bet without hesitation on Madrid's victory because I support Madrid and believe that this win will happen. But I think it will be a very difficult match. At the same time, we still have problems in goal. I believe that Villarreal will score at Santiago Bernabeu. I also think that Real Madrid will score their goal as well. In my opinion, the perfect bet for this match is that both teams will score. Vini100, a promo code for you if you also want to watch this match with excitement. You can find the link where I play in the pinned comment. Before the match against Villarreal, we have good news. Rodrygo is training with the main group. Militao was also spotted at training, and Ceballos is returning as well. But there are still plenty of injuries, and it seems to me that at this moment, we especially lack Diaz. He was in such amazing form. If Diaz had been in the squad, not from the first minutes, but even from the bench, perhaps this poor match against Lille wouldn't have happened for Madrid. Of course, we can't rewind and check now, but Madrid really misses Diaz right now. And what happened with Lille is not just a defeat, but also separate emotions that are worth recalling today. This is what remained behind the scenes and what looks intriguing. Well, first of all, take a look at the interaction between Diakite and Rodrygo. They are arguing about something, after which the Lille defender makes a gesture as if Rodrygo smells. And Carvajal sees this and immediately gets involved in the altercation, grabbing Diakite by the neck very roughly. This episode looks bad, yet the referee did not notice it, and Dani Carvajal did not even receive a yellow card. Although, let's be honest, such a wrestling hold can also earn you a red card. And these disputes that arose added emotions and intensity to this confrontation. Madrid struggled significantly, and while the players were fired up, they produced very little from a gameplay perspective. Now, let's look at 2 more episodes, but this time we will be smiling. Madrid sets up a wall, as you can see in these shots, and Endrick lies down behind it and raises his hand, while Rodrygo sees this and angrily swipes it away twice to prevent the Brazilian from earning a penalty. With that outstretched hand, he shouldn't be lying down. But the whole point and paradox of this moment is that Endrick is communicating with London when the goalkeeper sets up this wall, and therefore, of course, Endrick did not want to lie like that with his arm outstretched. But Rodrygo didn't understand this and was angrily shaking Endrick to make him behave well. And of course, there was a video where Mbappe runs out from the bench. He wants to greet Carvajal, but Carvajal doesn't see Kylian Mbappe, resulting in a situation where you wanted to say hello, but you were simply ignored. Of course, this just brings a smile. And now we won't have time for smiles, because this nightmare seems like it will never end. It just keeps going. Look, here's a moment from the match against Lille. Vinicius Junior loses his balance and, to help himself stay on his feet, uses his hand. It results in a rather funny photo for an ordinary person, or just a game photo where Vini Jr. slipped on the grass and is now controlling the ball. But a brainless Barcelona fan, has his own thoughts on the matter. What is he writing? What tweet does he give to all the fans after this? I understand it's probably about Barcelona. This is what they mean when they talk about muscle memory. This is a tweet with racism. It's still up. People are still looking at it. And I think some idiots are just enjoying it. And, of course, the reaction of the Madrid fans is very much on point, with several quotes, because such things are unacceptable. Imagine how unhappy they feel every time he scores or wins the Ballon d'Or. They won't be able to sleep peacefully for several days. Let Vinicius Junior win the Ballon d'Or. This is the muscle memory of Real Madrid players, who are literally paving their way to the top. Death to racism, death to fascism. There are literally no words. Even if he is an opposing player, how much hatred does it take to do this to a person? Sometimes I hear jokes, but this is not that. This is blatant racism. It's not just racism. I will repeat. This fan of Barcelona specifically has a complete lack of understanding of what human values are. This is unacceptable. I am very glad that La Liga has started to seriously combat racism in the Spanish league. In Spain, this has been particularly relevant around the match with Atletico. We discussed this here on the channel, and I think the next step is to fight against such nonsense, including on social media. If you agree with me, leave your comments. I will gladly read them all. Once again, I remind you that the match against Villarreal is in the coming days. I am waiting for him with excitement, but at the same time with impatience. Let's see how the team reacts to the defeat in France against Lille. I really wish this had been a victory and that we had pleasant emotions. Once again, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and I thank you in advance. Check out other videos on the channel, including the match analysis of Lille versus Real Madrid, and goodbye.